Hey, welcome. Welcome, Stacy. And welcome, Michael. And I know I'm going to mess this name up. Omar Harisa. Welcome. And welcome, Deborah Bray. Welcome. Thank you for coming and joining me here. Appreciate that. So welcome to my live broadcast. I had posted that it was going to be at 12. I had my time mixed up. But it is scheduled for 3 o'clock. And so we're live right now. It's 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. I don't know where everybody is at this point, but I'm in Central Standard Time here in Houston, Texas. What city are you from? If you post what city you're from. So let's see what city is everybody coming in from. Okay. Let's see. All right. So welcome everybody. It is about 3 o'clock. So we will go ahead and get started with the exciting news that I wanted to share with everybody. I have been posting here on Facebook and on YouTube and letting people know that, I was planning, preparing, getting ready for my next steps, what I'm going to do since I quit my job on the 27th of July. So what I've been working on is a coaching program, a program to help people who have diabetes and people who have pre-diabetes. So for those who don't know me, or maybe you don't know anything about me, I am Sharon Fant, and I am a registered nurse, and I've been a registered nurse for over 36 years. Yeah, it's a long time. So over 36 years, I've worked in health and wellness. I've worked with people with all different types of chronic illness, chronic diseases, and I'm ready to serve people in a whole nother way. So that's why I decided to quit my job and launch this passion that I have to help people. So I am what I am now going forward is and concentrating on I'm a diabetic reversing. Yes, that's correct. Diabetic reversing lifestyle coach. I am also a personal health coach. And so this is what I'll be doing going forward to help people who have diabetes, to help people who have been told that they have pre-diabetes. So that's part of what my work that I will be doing, among other things. But that is going to be my primary focus. So what I'll do is I'll be helping to educate, train, support all people in preventing diabetes, and for those that have been told that they're pre-diabetic, I'll be helping those people to support them. I'll also be supporting people who have been told that they are a diabetic. And so I've developed these coaching programs and classes that people can participate in either online through a webinar or through classrooms here in the Houston area, if you're in the Houston area. So I'm here to support you with the healing of your body, healing of your mind, healing of your soul, healing of your spirit. Like, I don't know how many that are listening to me right now actually have diabetes, but if you don't, maybe you know someone who do, because actually like 1 out of 4 people in the United States have diabetes and or pre-diabetes. They've been told that by their doctors. So you could be, if you're in a room and there's 4 or 5 people there, at least one of them is a diabetic. So I'm here to support them, those people who have been told that, because there's a lot of things that goes on with your mind, with your spirit, with your soul when you're told that you have diabetes. So just a little story about me. I actually have been told over 10 years ago, I was told that I had diabetes. Now, I did not know I had diabetes. I was just walking around regular, not having a clue. And I don't know how many of you have had that happen to you. But this is how I found out. This is my story. Okay, so this is how I found out that I had diabetes. At my job, we were having a health fair, and they were having also, and along with the health fair, they were also having a blood drive. And so I volunteered to give blood. I had never given blood before, but I thought it was a good thing to do. You know, it was one of the best thing to do is to go and donate blood, right? So why not? So you're helping people, and I'm always in for helping someone. So I went to the area that they had set aside for the blood to be drawn. And I got all set up and, followed the instructions of the people. And she connected my my arm with a needle, and the blood came out. The blood came out pretty fast, but I had no clue that whether it was right or not right that the blood was coming out fast, but it came out pretty fast. The bag filled up pretty quickly. And so she came back to check on me, and she said, "Oh my goodness, your blood came out too fast." That's what she said. So she needed me to sit in a chair for a few minutes before I leave to go back to my desk. So I did that. I followed instructions. I did what she said and went and sit for about 15 minutes, and she came, back periodically to check on me. And then I said, okay, I feel good. I think I'm going to just go back to my desk now. So I went back to my desk, which was on a different floor. And when I got back to my desk, I sat and I turned around and started back to work on my computer. And when I did that, my head felt funny. Okay, so I said, something's going on here. And I asked the person that was sitting in the cubicle next to me, I looked at her and I said the weirdest question. I said, "Hey, is the room spinning around?" And she said, "What?" And I said, "Is the room spinning?" I said, "The room feels like it's spinning." And before you know it, I passed out. Okay, so I passed out. They called the ambulance. Needless to say, this is what they told me. There was a lot of things going on. The ambulance came and took me to the hospital. Okay, so I'm at the hospital. I'm pretty much to myself now, and the doctors were coming in and checking on me, and I'm still like, asked me what happened. I said, well, I gave blood, and then I passed out. And then, and that's all I remember. And they said, well, okay, so sounds like it was the results of your giving your blood too fast, as we decided. So you're just going to need to, take a lot of fluids. And I did all that. And then she said, so we pretty much have got that settled and under control. But what we need to do now is to get your diabetes under control. And then I looked at her and I was like, what diabetes? I don't have diabetes. And she said, yes, you do. And I was like, no, I don't. And so she said, yes, your blood sugar is over 500. And I'm like, I had no clue. She said, you need to get started on medication. So they gave me a medication called metformin. They gave me a blood thinner. They gave me blood pressure medicine. I didn't even have high blood pressure, but they gave me blood pressure medicine. So they did all that, and I went home. From that one incident of giving blood, I went home with a diagnosis of diabetes. Okay, so it can happen to anybody. So I stayed on the pills for several years, eating right, eating what I thought was right, following instructions, doing research about diabetes and all this sort of stuff. And then a couple years ago, I was not being controlled. It was like no matter what I did, my blood sugars were staying high. There was no medicine. I was on two different kind of medication, oral medications for diabetes. That wasn't helping. So my fasting blood sugars were really high. And so they decided to put me on insulin. So I followed instructions and I got on insulin. So the first insulin they gave me was a medication called Lantus. I don't know if you heard of Lantus. Put that in the chat if you heard of it. But I was on Lantus and stayed on there for a little while. And a maybe a couple months or so, and then my insurance decided it didn't want to pay for Lantus. I don't know if anybody's had that experience, but then they would decide that they would pay for Levemir. So I got on that, but at the whole time I was not wanting to be on any kind of shots at all. I did not, and it wasn't helping. My blood sugars were still staying high. My A1C was very high. So nothing was helping. So then it got to the point of, now they decided to put me on 2 different kinds of insulin. So I'm pretty frustrated by this time. I'm frustrated. I'm depressed. I'm like, what's going on? Why is all this happening? Why you can't get this controlled? And I'm depending on the doctor, right? I'm depending on the doctor. But I've decided that I can't keep depending on the doctor. I'm going to have to do something, on my own. I am a kind of a researcher. I'm that person who will look to see there's got to be a better way. So I started looking at holistic ways to improve myself, natural ways to improve myself, nutritional ways to improve myself. So I started that journey. But then at the same time, I hadn't been on that journey long, and they decided to put me on this different type of insulin. But this insulin was not just 1 shot a day, where I was getting 40 units of the other medication, but now I'm going to be on another a short-acting insulin called Novolog. I don't know if anybody's heard of that one, but that one I was to take 5 minutes before my meals. So that means I was taking it 3 times a day. that was not working for me. So I did that maybe for a week, and I'm like, this got to stop. Anyway, so I took myself off of it, and like I said, I did some drastic measures. I started doing holistic things. I started doing natural things that would help me to reduce my blood sugar. I started looking up doctors who helped people reverse diabetes, because I needed to be connected with a doctor who knew a whole lot more than my family practice doctor did. So that's my story. And so now that I've reversed my diabetes, I'm no longer taking any shots at all. And now I'm only taking like a half of the pills that I was taking, and I will be off those really, really soon. So that's my story. So I guess I could qualify to show someone else how to stop taking insulin on their own, or reduce the medicines that they were taking, reduce their blood sugars, and start feeling better, because that whole time I was not feeling better. I was tired. If anybody can relate to what I'm saying here, then you'll know that if that's happened to you, that you were tired. The whole time I've been a diabetic, I was tired. Now that I have reversed the diabetes, I have more energy. My focus is clearer. So it's just a better lifestyle. That's all I can say. So with all that said, and what I've been through myself, and then I have a history of people in my family having gone through different diabetic diagnoses. Many members of my family have been told that they were diabetic, and they could not get help. As a matter of fact, my great-grandmother ended up having to have both, not at the same time, but both of her legs amputated. And I knew that wasn't for me. I wasn't going to go down that road. So like I said, I did the research. I did everything that I needed to do to find a better way. So I'm here to support anybody else who wants to do that. If you want to share this broadcast, maybe you know some people who have diabetes, or maybe they've been told they have pre-diabetes. I want you to share this video with them, just in case they may want to know about what I did to reverse my diabetes, lower my blood sugars, got off my medications, and reverse my diabetes. So go ahead and share this video. So I'm here to support you in making what I'm going to call a radical change, because a radical change is what I needed to do. I had to, it's nothing against the doctors, y'all. This is nothing against the doctors, because I've worked with doctors, like I've been a nurse for a long time and I work with doctors, but he didn't know what to do for me. All he knew to do was what he'd been trained to do, which was to continue to give me insulin, continue to give me more medications. That's what he was trained to do. Doctors are not trained to do a whole lot more than that, and that is what we call the standard of care, where you order medications. So that's all he knew to do. So I had to take things into my own hands, and do something radical, to do something different, and go against the regular grain of, of what we're being told. So I had to do almost like the opposite of what's being told. Okay, I had to do the opposite. So if you're ready to get off insulin, you've been on insulin, I don't know how long you've been on insulin, but you can get off it. All right, you can get off it. So I'm here to set you free, if you will, because you don't have to live like that. You don't have to live with the diagnosis of diabetes. You don't have to live having to take multiple shots in a day. There are people, because I'm in the medical field, there are people who take 3, 4 insulin shots a day, and they're tired of it. They're sick of it. And so, that's what I'm on this mission to do, is to help those people who are sick and tired and ready to do something different. They're ready to stop all that. And so I'm here to help them with that. Because they've been told by society, they've been told by their doctors that when you get diabetes, it's a life sentence. But it's not. It's not a life sentence. I'm here to say, and I'm here to let you know that it's really not a life sentence to be told that you have diabetes, because you don't have to have it for the rest of your life. It can be reversed. Okay? Take my word, it can be reversed. So here's a question for you. Aren't you tired of pricking your fingers before and after every meal? Like I was pricking my fingers. Even when I wasn't on insulin, I was pricking my fingers. The minimum I was pricking my fingers was once a day, because I needed to know what my blood sugars were, right? So I know how to eat and all this sort of stuff. So you may still need to do that for a while you're reversing, but that actually slows up. That slows up. You don't have to do that like that. So if you're taking insulin shots, I know you're tired of that. I know you're tired of it. So I know you're tired, and you're sick and tired of being tired, right? Sick and tired of being tired. So if you're ready to get off your insulin, if you're ready to start decreasing your blood sugars, if you're ready to start losing weight, because the program that I have, I lost weight with it. I got off my insulin. I felt more energy than I've felt in years. So, but I will say this. The reversing diabetes lifestyle is not for everybody. It's not for the faint in heart. You actually have to do something radical. You have to. So my question to you is, when will you get started? Like, when are you going to decide to start doing something about your diabetes? Or are you going to continue to follow the status quo? Are you going to continue to do like everybody else is doing and just keep getting medications and more shots added to you? Because there are people who have been diabetic for years, and instead of healing, I'm going to use that because they haven't been healed. Why haven't they been healed? They should be healed by now, right? Because they've been a diabetic for years. They haven't been healed, and as a matter of fact, they're not getting on less and less medication. They're getting on more and more medication. So it's not getting better. It's getting worse. So that's what I'm here to do, to help those people who are ready to stop all that. You're ready to stop it. So you want to get more energy. You just want to, feel better. Okay. So if you're ready to go to that healthier lifestyle, or just ready to see what it is that I've been doing, I put a link below in the comment section. There's a link down there. It's my appointment scheduler. You can click on that, and you can get a 30-minute complimentary, what I call discovery session with me, and we can talk about what you've been going through, and we can talk about what I've done in a little more detail, and see if that's something that you may want to do. So I'm happy and able to coaching that is something happened there. I don't know what happened. So I have coaching, one-on-one coaching available. I have this program for one-on-one coaches, and this program is also for group coaching. And then I also have some other offerings. But so if you're ready to start something new, ready to get radical, ready to stop taking shots, ready to get a healthier life and a healthier lifestyle, then go ahead and click on that link that where my appointments are, and let's get that scheduled. And I will talk to you all again tomorrow. Thank everybody for watching. I see, let's see. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Barbara. And Jonathan. Hi, Abby. Let me see who I'm missing here. And Terry. Hi, Terry. Wow. Morris, thank you. And Regine, I'm sorry. Wendy, thank you for watching. All right, I know I'm missing some people. Hi, Christina. Hi, Michael. Hi, Stacy. Thank you all very much. I appreciate that. Thank you for listening in, for watching. And again, share the video here that you see. Share it with friends that you know that may want to know about the programs that I have. And I'm looking forward to having a conversation with you. Thank you very much, and we will see you on another time. Take care. Be blessed. Bye-bye.